When trading or investing, information is power, and there's nowhere that we've seen this more commonly than when tracking the trades of politicians in the US. So for example, Nancy Pelosi, the Democrat of California, has seen her portfolio balloon. So this has generated a 915% return between 2014 and 2026 versus the S&P 500 of just 300%. Now, if we put that into perspective, so if you invested $10,000 with this politician, Nancy Pelosi, this would give you a total result of $100,000 over that period. Now, if you invested $10,000 per year over the period of time, the 12 years, you would have $2.1 million. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can level the odds when investing. I'm going to show you how to use OpenClaw or Claude Code to create a very simple politician tracking system, and then also show you our AI hedge fund system, which tracks politicians as well as hedge funds and many other metrics on a more advanced level. So with that being said, let's dive in. Step number one, you're going to need an environment set up for your AI. Now, you could use Claude for this, you could use OpenClaw. Step number two, you're going to want to download the TradingView MCP. So this will allow your OpenClaw or your Claude to connect directly to your TradingView, pull charts, do technical analysis, even analyze your entire watch list. So we simply head over, we download the TradingView desktop version, which is crucial for this. And then we also find the TradingView MCP. So we simply copy the link for this GitHub. We head on over to our OpenClaw or our Claude, and we click install this, and we agree to obviously install any dependencies that need to be installed. So it will install that, boom, and you'll get a notification. TradingView MCP is installed successfully. Testing's passed. You've got the market data, back testing, sentiment, news, technical analysis, and walk forward testing. Okay, so step number three, what we want to do now is connect our OpenClaw or our Claude directly to a broker platform that can then execute trades as we like. So in this case, we're going to use Alpaca, which is an algorithmic brokerage platform. It's completely for free, and we're going to use a paper account, which I highly recommend. None of these videos are financial advice or a recommendation to do anything, but it does make sense, of course, to use a paper account to start out with any AI trading system, to learn the system, develop the system before you switch it over to live capital. I'll give you the link for this MCP server. Simply copy that MCP server, head into your OpenClaw or Claude and click install. It will then install all the dependencies that you need for that particular system. Okay, so now we have our TradingView set up, our Alpaca set up, and what we want to do now is go onto the system, and in this case, I'm going to show you via OpenClaw, and we want to say, okay, design me a politician tracking strategy for Nancy Pelosi, and I'm going to give it a couple of data sources. Okay, so I said, design me a politician tracking strategy for Nancy Pelosi and give me her exact trades for today. Here, of course, we could use this for any politician. And there we have it. That trade is now executed live in Alpaca, and we can set up a cron job to automate that service. Now, of course, there are a few limitations to this strategy. So under the Stock Act, members of Congress are legally required to disclose reportable securities transactions within 45 days or within 30 days. So basically, usually these trades are delayed by 30 to 45 days. So it does make sense to not just use this metric, but use multiple different metrics and combine those together as we do in our AI hedge fund system, which I'm going to talk you through right now. Okay, so now you may be thinking, what if we had a full AI powered hedge fund which could use various different roles and beat the market? Well, that's exactly what I've developed with my team. So check this out. This is our AI powered hedge fund. We have different roles as you would in a real hedge fund. We have a valuation agent who's modeled on, of course, Warren Buffett. We have a portfolio manager agent who's modeled on Cathie Wood. We have an investment analyst agent who's modeled on Bill Ackman in this case, an insider agent who tracks insider trades, and even a FIRE coach, a financially independent retire early coach to help you live in a sustainable way and generate good compounding of your capital. So then we take this as a baseline framework, and then I'll show you the institutional level of our platform, which is the much more advanced version. Okay, so we have 3 parts to our AI hedge fund system. The first layer is the signal collection layer. This has a macro capital shift agent, which analyzes all the macro indicators. So for example, we can see in the first panel, the risk posture, we analyze ISM, which is the manufacturing index. We analyze housing starts, building permits. We analyze the unemployment rate. We analyze all these different metrics in order to establish a risk posture. So this is really institutional level in terms of the quality of this system. We then look on capital shift maps where we can see where the capital is flowing into which ETFs and which sectors. We have fear and greed indicators of the market. We have AI engine-free themes, so we can look at specific themes like, for example, the tech semiconductor supercycle, the US dollar weakening, and that's just our macro agent. And what's brilliant about this is our AI system will even talk you through the different metrics. So if I press this button here,
welcome to Hedge Alpha AI. 11 indicators are positive, 6 neutral, and 0 negative. Consumer sentiment is currently 53.3, neutral. Overall economic indicator.
Okay, so next, still in the signal collection layer, we have our alternative data collection. And this will look at insider trading. It will look at US government contracts, which companies are winning those big contracts. We'll look at Congress trades and even AI news sentiment, which could impact the market. We then combine this with our hedge fund tracker agent, which tracks Warren Buffett, Manish Prabhai, Bill Ackman, Seth Klarman, all these big legendary investors. We've got Michael Burry there, who famously predicted the 2008 financial crisis. So we'll track all these different investors and what they have been buying collectively and selling collectively. Okay, next we move on to the signal analyst layer. This will filter all those signals into a select shortlist of companies. So you can see here we have various different companies. And then we head over to the deep dive analyst agent. This will take that company shortlist and write detailed reports on each of those companies, carefully designed as a real hedge fund analyst would do. And then finally, we go to our trade analysis layer. And then we'll summarize all that data into various different strategies, from options to long only bets and even short trades. If you want to learn more about how to use AI with investing, I recommend checking out our AI options trading system and course. So this basically is a learning journey and AI investing system to teach you how to earn between 2 to 4% per month, which is 20 to 40% returns per year in an extremely low risk way. Now, of course, this is not for everybody. It's only for those select investors who fit our criteria and we think have the potential to use the system and be successful in the market. If that sounds like you and you're interested in checking it out, apply via the link in the description below, and maybe we'll be speaking on a call and see if it's right for you. With that being said, see you guys in the next one.